Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody, let's go.
Good evening. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Enjoying your day, making it positive, making it everything you need it to be and more. For those of y'all who are wrapping up your day, hopefully you're kicking it in the butt. And kicking it in the butt hard. Okay? Because that is what is deserved. All right? But there is some updates revolving around this P. Diddy thing that I wanted to give you guys an update on, because there's a lot that's going on here, and it's very interesting. Things seem to be going very, very bad for Diddy right now. Okay, just one bad thing after the next, after the next, after the next. So we are going to be talking about those things, okay? Because we got a few updates, a few things that are going on, and of course there was something else that happened that was mentioned in a conversation, or not in the conversation, but in a post by one of his ex-employees, ex-bodyguards, that I haven't gotten a chance to really talk about it, okay? I haven't really gotten a chance to talk about that as of yet. So I wanted to share that with you guys and talk about that as well. So if you guys could do me a favor, because we're not going to be here for a long time, but we're here for a informative time. Okay, do me a favor, hit that like button down below, crush it, make it scream out your name. That would really, really mean a lot. Of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook. Make sure you hit that reaction button on Facebook, okay, on this feed right here, if you appreciate the show. And of course, do not forget to crush that follow button on my Facebook page, okay? You know your boys working hard out here in these streets to give you guys the information and the entertainment sometimes that you need. Dag nabbit. Okay? So please do that. That'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. Hopefully you guys have had a wonderful day. It's been a busy one for me, but I wanted to slide in here and give you guys these quick updates on what's going on in Diddy Watch, for lack of a better term. So let's get into this, shall we? Man, I hope you guys are all doing well out there, man. I hope you guys are all doing good. I know I'm hopping on kind of at a random time. Not really, because I go live randomly. And I come on whenever I can get on here. Sometimes some days are just busier than others. Okay. Tyler, thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. Diddy is getting what is coming to him, in my honest opinion. Hopefully this will lead to more accountability overall. Thank you for your reporting. Yes. And I know everybody's kind of Diddied out right now. Everybody's kind of burnt out on the Diddy story. And trust me, so am I. I sat around and I was looking for other things to talk about, and there really isn't much going on. And I really don't want to talk about Alex Murdaugh. I don't. I don't really care about watching his verdict. No disrespect. I just don't care. He's guilty. He's going to be sentenced and be put back in prison for a very, very long time. So personally, it just isn't something that really grabbed my attention, nor did I have the time today to sit down and watch that thing. But other than that, there really hasn't been a whole lot going on out here in these streets as far as the news. It's been kind of dead. Okay. But Diddy Watch is still going on. Okay. It's still going on. Things are still popping off, and we got to talk about these things. Okay. So he was being, okay, just so you know, Alex Murdaugh was was being tried for something completely different, for stealing monies from people. Okay. If I'm correct, for fraud. All right. If I'm correct. All right. But still, people are watching that one like crazy, or were watching it today. And like I said, I just wasn't interested personally, no disrespect to anybody who watches that, by all means. I was interested in the trial where he was being found guilty of taking the life of his wife and his son. Okay. Not the money part. He admits to it. He admitted his guilt. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I'm like, all right. I'm guilty. I'm done. Moving on. You know what I mean? He's already in prison for a very, very long time. You could tack on more years onto him, but I'm not interested in seeing that. Okay. If it was a brand new trial, shoot, I'd be all up in it. Okay. But this one, not so much. Just did not grab my attention. But again, to each their own. Okay. But we do have to talk about this thing. And the thing is, the reason why I'm talking about this to you guys as a family, because I was going to do this as a pop-up of many hours ago. And then I decided, I'm just going to sit on this and let me marinate on this for a second, because I needed some time to think about it. And also I wanted to talk to you guys about it as a fam. I wanted a fam discussion on these new updates revolving around Diddy. Okay. Like I said, it's Diddy Watch, but now there's new information that happened earlier today. It dropped early this morning. And I was like, ooh, let me get to that story. And then as I'm starting to record it, I was like, nah, something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. And you might be going, what are you talking about, Pascal? What are you talking about? Something ain't right in this title. This title right here. Take a good look at it. Just a hint, it's like surrounds the last three words in this title. If you didn't catch it. It says temporary. Now, there's two different ways you can look at this. Dos. Número uno, it could be very much a temporary move. Temporary because they want to see how things flesh out with all the allegations that are coming out. Because you know for a fact there's going to be people out here going, no, the other two allegations that came out, all cap, right? There's going to be plenty of those people saying that. But there's a lot of people in the court of public opinion that are on team them. Not team Diddy, but team victim, okay? A lot of people are. But they said this is a temporary move. So, número uno, it could be possible that they're saying that because it is a temporary move. They want to do their own due diligence. They want to find out what's really going on with these allegations, so on and so forth. Número dos. Okay. Optics. Yeah, I said it. Optics. No, we want to find out what's going on and see what's popping off here, because we really want to get a better understanding of what's going on here. So we're going to do a temporary move. Because they know for a fact that there are other people that work closely with Revolt, podcasters, etc., that are sitting here going, nah, I don't want to work with Diddy at all. There was a podcaster, I forgot her name, and I apologize. I don't know her podcast, but there was a woman that is on Revolt that said, I'm distancing myself as far away from Revolt. I am not working with anyone that works. I'm not working underneath any Diddy brand. And this was before they made this announcement as him stepping aside as the chairman of Revolt. In fact, what's really interesting is that there are other podcasters, okay? Big time podcasters, y'all. Big time, okay? Make crazy money, getting driven around in Mercedes, like pimped out vans and stuff like that, okay? Making they monies that work underneath Revolt that have refused to say anything to speak on this particular topic that has to do with Diddy. And of course, I have many questions about that too. I'm going, okay, why? ¿Por qué? Why would you not talk about this because his hand is in your pocket. And I mean financially, not the, you know what I mean? Not like he's giving you an angry handy J. I'm talking about the fact that he's lining your pockets with monies. Is that why? Now, of course, I digress. But there's been a lot of people getting called out being like, why aren't you talking about this? Why aren't you saying nothing? Other podcasters have said, I'm out. I don't want nothing to do. I'm distancing myself as far away from Diddy and the brand of Diddy as quickly as I can. Clearly, there's been 3 allegations that have come out. I heard there was 4, but I ain't seen no 4. I've seen 3. Okay? Trace. All right? They all come out with these crazy, mind-blowing, shocking allegations. And of course, people are trying to distance themselves. Now, the days after, they come out with, he's going to be stepping aside in a temporary move. It's only temporarily. Temporary. What? Like I said, why? Why don't you just cut him off? Cut that off. Just cut him off. Because as much as I sit here and I say, you know, I said in the title, game over, right? Right? Is it really game over? Is it? Because a temporary move means temporarily. It doesn't mean tomorrow. Doesn't mean the next day. It may not even be a month from now, but it could come. He could come back very soon. Like I said, it's 2 different choices because they could have easily said, bye. We need to vote you out. Bye-bye. You're no good. Hey, oh, daddy, you're no good. Could have easily done that. You need to be gone, kind of thing. Kick rocks. We'll mail the check. They didn't do that. They said it's temporary. Why? Now, I know some of you guys out here that, you know, the wax business and all that might understand this move a little bit better than I. I'm just a guy who tells stories, okay? That just likes to talk on a microphone and talk with my fam. But I'm sure some of you guys know the ins and outs, you know, those big wigs out here, okay? But still, temporary does not make me feel, or actually, let me say this. This has nothing to do with me. But if I was a victim of him, or if I was feeling some type of way about working near, underneath him, beside him, representing his brand and all that, I would feel some type of way about it being a quote unquote temporary move. Tell him to kick rocks. Be done with it. Revolt, I'm sure, will do just fine without Diddy as a chairman. Lee Vincent just said, tells the truth you do, Pascal. Tells the truth you do, Pascal. Yeah, thank you, Lee Vincent. Like Yoda. I appreciate it. Tells the truth you do, Pascal. I do. At least I try. At least I try. Okay? So, think about this for a second, because everybody else is going, man, it's over. Bitch gone kind of stuff. And I'm going, he's only gone for temporarily. He's going to be gone for a season, and he's going to creep right back in under everybody's noses, and he's going to continue doing what he do as the chairman or whatever of Revolt. Come on, guys. Option Trey. Option number 3. Okay, guys, there's 1. This is optics. 2, he really is just doing temporarily because they want to do their investigation and all that. And here's number 3. 3 is that they are going to cut him loose. But because of the optics of him getting cut loose so fast, could add more guilt to his brand. Think about that for a second, too. Remember, he done messed all this up when he settled in the world's fastest settlement in the history of civil lawsuits. Within 24 hours, he was already signing a check, allegedly, over to Cassie. You know that's where he screwed the pooch, right? Yeah, I said screw the pooch. We coming out with all the old stuff. But do you know this is where he mucked this up? Okay, he stubbed his toe on this one. He made a huge mistake in layman's terms. Huge by settling that quickly. So maybe him getting kicked out or him stepping aside, they're saying, oh, no, it's temporary. And they're going to let him step aside. And then 3 months later, he gone. But they want to make sure optically he doesn't look even more guilty because he's getting ousted by his own company. Something to think about. I'm just throwing out those three options because for me, temporary seems a bit odd to me. And I know, Tyler, I saw Debbie as well say this too. Diddy is done. Oh, he's definitely done. But I'm saying when you hear that he's stepping aside and is only temporary and you happen to be an employee or your brand is underneath your show, your podcast, whatever is underneath this brand of Revolt. When you hear and you're disgusted by what he's done, you're thinking about walking out the door, kicking rocks, but you hear suddenly out of nowhere that it's only temporary. Is that satisfactory or not? I leave those questions up to you. Because, Lee Vincent said he's still going to get paid. He could also still very well. He could very possibly still get paid. Even on the back. I'm sure his name is tied up in all this stuff. So even if he steps down as a chairman, I'm sure he's still going to be making some monies. It's not like he's going to be out here just broke, but maybe it won't be as big of as big of a check that he's getting cut. Maybe that's what it is too. I don't know. Like I said, I have many questiones. I have many questions. And that is something that I find the temporary part. I go, okay, what does that mean exactly? And in fact, I know some of you guys are like, Paul, I'm going to put up a poll. It's fine. I'll put up a poll. Hold up. So hold on. What? And then let's see. Optics, gradual. What was it? You know what? I'm going to leave it as that. I'm going to leave the two. Yeah. Two options. I'll just do that. Hopefully that works. This is just for optics, or they want him out, but gradually. Okay. So I said, what do you think of Diddy? Okay. Stepping down. Is this just for optics? Or they want him out, but gradually. The poll is pinned to the top of the chat on YouTube. Please go check it out when you get some time. If you're on Facebook, by all means, hop on over really quick and put in your vote and hop back onto Facebook. I understand if you're comfortable on Facebook, stay there. Okay. I appreciate your help. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your support. So if you're comfortable over there, go on and stay there. Get comfy. But let's get into this article, okay? It's very short. It's very, very short. And we still got another article to talk about with the bodyguard, one of his bodyguards talking and speaking out. So we are going to be talking about that too, because I got some things to say about that as well. So I figured, let me just knock this out, in one fell swoop. Okay. So Diddy isn't about to let issues in his personal life take down the successes in his professional life, making the difficult decision to temporarily step aside from his role as chairman of Revolt. I'm telling you right now, if he comes back. Nicole B just said they're waiting for things to blow over. This could very well be what it is too. That they're saying, "Oh yeah, no, he's gone, but for a little bit, yeah, he gone. Yes, f him, but he'll be back." That could be it too. Give it till summer, and everything will be fine. He'll be back up there doing what he do. The other thing is where are the criminal charges? If he's really in trouble, where are the criminal charges? Everything's civil right now, which I understand. But I'm wondering if any of these women or men, these victims that have stepped out, if they're actually going to press charges on this age criminally, get him behind bars. I'm still wondering about that, but let me get in here. Okay. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Diddy decided last week he'd make the temporary move. We're told his goal in making the decision was to not allow the accusations he's facing distract from Revolt's mission or success. AKA, people are sitting here saying, "I want out. This is what I feel." I think that people saw the 35, heard or at least saw the 35-page lawsuit that was filed against him from Cassie. It's extremely damning. It's extremely damaging for Diddy's brand. And I think a lot of people made a lot of noise saying, "No, I want out. I don't want to work with this dude. I will boycott." I'm sure the woman who came out and said, "I'm no longer working with, I'm no longer going to do my show on Revolt ever again. I'm not going to be represented by this alleged monster." I'm sure she's not the only person that did that, y'all. She's not the only one. I guarantee you. Okay. So I'm sure he's like, "Well, shoot, everybody's reacting in this way. Everybody wants to jump ship. I got to make moves fast. No, I'm stepping down, y'all. I'm going to step down. That's the right thing to do. I'm going to step down. Keep it moving, but I'm going to step down temporarily." Just saying. Yes. Yes, Debbie. I was about to say Diddy. Yes, Diddy, Debbie. Yes, Debbie. Even the Grammys are banning him too. Can you believe that? Okay. That's crazy. Okay. That's just crazy. That's wild. All right. Music mogul is not even allowed to be at the spot where one of the biggest nights for every musician on this planet. Okay. That's in the music business. That's crazy, guys. All right. So Revolt is currently celebrating its 10-year anniversary and doing well under the leadership of CEO Detavio Samuels and Chief Brand Officer Dion Graham. We're told Diddy is not involved in the company's day-to-day, but yes, he still gets a check. He's still making money off of that. He still has his face and his name on all that stuff. He is the brand. You got to remember, this is the sad part of when you are building a brand, especially like when you're building a personal brand, because he is that brand. Everything that he is involved with, Sean John, Revolt, Bad Boy Records, all the things that he has his name on are a part of him too. So if he goes out and acts a fool or does something dumb, he's representing not only just himself, but the multitude of companies and businesses and brands that he's been cultivating over the years. This is the biggest nightmare, I'm sure, for this guy. Biggest nightmare. He's going to have a very, very cold holiday season because of all of this. But then again, he may shrug this whole thing off like it's nothing. Okay. And of course, they're saying over here, let me just read this to you guys really quick. They're saying a rep for Diddy addressed the 2 additional lawsuits, saying the claims involving alleged misconduct against Mr. Combs from over 30 years ago and filed at the last minute are all completely denied and rejected by him. He recognizes this is a money grab because of Mr. Combs' fame and success. He is an easy target for accusers who will falsify the truth without conscience and consequence for financial benefit. Now, let me say this clearly. There are going to be people out here that are going to blow be the whistleblower of on some BS just so that they can secure a bag. Now, when it comes to this stuff with like when a crime is committed on to you 30 years ago, I think you should pay the price. That's what I think. It was still a crime that was committed, or if you committed a crime on someone, I'm sorry. If you committed a crime on somebody 30 years ago and that person brings that up and talks about it, yes, you just did. So you're telling me that that person just has to shrug it off just because you moved on and became a better person because you found Christ or something like that? Like, hallelujah. Okay, amen. But at the same time, doesn't matter. Crime was still committed on that person. Now that person had to deal with the trauma, the psychological torment, etc., for the past 3 decades while you lived your life drinking champagne and having the grandest days of your life and making nothing but money, 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 money. That's ridiculous. And that is not right. At least that's what I think. You commit a crime on somebody, yeah, you should pay the price. You most definitely should. And if that means financial, then it's financial. Lucky you, you get to pay put a couple zeros on a check, and you don't have to be somebody's B behind bars. That's what I think. Now, is it a money grab? I don't know. I can't answer that part. But interesting that they say that these are the ones that are money grab. I mean, I know that they said that about Cassie in the very beginning, but they said a lot with Cassie's situation. Oh, she had a book that she was going to come out with. We offered her 8 figures, a low 8 figures. She declined that money. And now we're here, right? But these 2 other women now is just a money grab because they're not recording artists. They're not well known. They didn't have hits back in the day. So because they didn't have hits, their stories of being victimized is not valid. Interesting. That's all I'm going to say. Just very, very interesting. But moving on to this other thing, because, the former bodyguard has come out. The other one, I'm not talking about Gene Deal. All right. There's another one by Roger Bonds. His name is Roger Bonds. He's the one who finally came out and had a few things to say as well, which I want to pull up the actual post that he put up on social media. I think that's interesting to say the least. Okay. But he put this on his Instagram, if I'm correct, this post right here. And I know a lot of people have already covered this. Okay. So, this might be a little old news, but I'm just giving you guys some updates on everything that's going on. Okay. Because yes, Diddy's world is starting to crumble. It is definitely starting to crumble. And there were some other stories about, I know Tina just said something about Danity Kane. Apparently, Gene Deal said some stuff about Diddy saying things about Danity Kane, about like pimping them out, like, pumping them with party favors and pimping them out to his boys, right? Some crazy stuff that's been coming out as of recently. And what sucks is that you still have to sift through it. Because sometimes I'm not sitting here saying that Gene Deal is lying. I ain't saying that. But I'm just saying with all the stories that have been coming out recently, man, they talking about, man, and I don't even know if this is true, y'all, because I call cap on this. I'm going to say that. I think it's a bold-faced lie. I don't believe it. But now they're saying that Cassie and her family are on in witness protection now. Like, he ain't mafia. I know he's dangerous, but I don't think they're on witness protection. I mean, what? Sorry, but I'm hearing about all of that. Okay. And I'm going, how much of that is true? Come on, y'all. How much of that part is true? So you got to sift through the stuff and obviously judge on your on your own recognizance, okay? Think critically and independently of these things, right? We can't just sit there and go, everything that's being said out here is true. I mean, there's a possibility it could be, but at the same time, I don't know. That's why I always pump the brakes when I hear other accounts of things. I'm like, wait a second, let me slow down for a second. Because there's so much that's just piling out. And I'm like, man, how much of this is true and how much of it is false? Because the rumors get muddied up and kind of cling on to the truth, and it's hard to see the forest through the trees sometimes. It's very, very frustrating. Okay, but nevertheless, ex-bodyguard, security guard, whatever you want to call him, came out and he has some things to say. He posted this on his social media as well. He said, this is not meant to be threats or snitching or anything like that against Cassie or Diddy or anyone else. This is me telling my truth as I truly remember it for two reasons only. First, because I have 4 daughters. So on all dudes, my truth as I seen it, saw it, and was involved with it for years. That's crazy. Now, I wonder what the other part is too. He says, first, because I have 4 daughters. So second, what's the second part? That's what I want to know. What be the second part, dude? What the second part, though? The other part is, he's seen it for years. You ain't did nothing. You weren't there. You didn't try to help nobody. She's sitting there getting brutalized, including Kim Porter, maybe, and other women, other men as well, just getting rocked by this dude. You didn't say nothing. But now, because you got 4 daughters, and what daughter, what number daughter did you suddenly go, oh, snap. After daughter number 3, now I give a damn. I need to talk about this right now. When did he? But he didn't talk about it. He didn't talk about it until today, or until these allegations came out. Why didn't you talk about it before? I mean, somebody talk to me. Come on. You've known for decades that this is a dangerous man. And it was funny. He says, this is not meant to be threats or snitching on anything like that against Cassie or Diddy or anyone else. Yet you said this and you're like, yeah, I seen it. I was there. I was involved in it for years. So why didn't you say nothing, man? Like on some real stuff. Gene Deal, I know I keep saying Gene Deal a lot, but Gene Deal has been talking about this for years. Now, I don't know what he saw, like as far as like what he saw face to face and all of that. But the multitude of interviews I've seen him do, he's been doing this for a very, very long time. I wonder why it took so long, even if the first interview that was ever recorded and put on YouTube was 10 years ago. I'm wondering why it still took that long for him to come up and talk. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're seeing all that stuff face to face, once you start squawking right then and there, I don't know. See, that's the thing. Like, I get it. Money, power, fame. You're working for one of the biggest names in hip hop, one of the biggest names in the culture. I get that. But at the same time, if he's committing crimes right in front of you, it's on site, y'all. Like I'm speed dial on the Nokia. You feel me? Speed dial on the Sidekick. Just bloop. Yeah, Diddy's hurting people. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give 2 damns. I wouldn't care. So I'm wondering why there wasn't any conversations and why suddenly now. And here it is. I'm not alluding to the fact of, oh, they lying and they want to grab a bag. Because I've heard some other people say, oh yeah. You see another guy trying to come out here trying to get paid off. I don't see that. I see somebody trying to tell the truth and backing it up and saying, okay, finally she's speaking about it. So I'm going to finally speak on it too. Now that my name was mentioned in the legal documents, his name was named in the documents. This very man right here. So he had to say something. If his name was not in those legal documents, do you think he'd be posting this, at least a little this, on his social media? I'll tell you what, hell to the no. He would stay quiet back in the corner, chilling with his 4 daughters. Quiet. That's the only reason why he's talking about it right now, guys. This is not him coming in, swooping in, trying to save the day. Dun, 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 here I am with the truth, ladies. No, he's not. So the only reason why we know about this part is because his name was named in the documents. He would have taken that ish to the grave with him. And then we would have Gene Deal, the only person out here, the only other bodyguard that I've heard of so far out here talking about this for years. He'd be the only one out here talking about this. And some people would think, oh, he crazy, or he's a disgruntled employee. They wouldn't believe anything. But now we have this piece of information. I'm sure a lot of y'all are going, maybe he is telling the truth. Maybe we judged him too soon, too early. Now that we've been hearing all this stuff, it's the same thing that we're saying about Gina H. And I get it. Some people are like, oh yeah, she was feeling some type of way. She really loved Diddy. So she was a broken-hearted woman. So she was just saying anything she could to get his attention. Nah. He put his paws on her. That's what I believe. I don't think that was some revenge interview just to put him on blast. I think that she got brainwashed by the dude. That's what I think. Manipulated to the point where she thinks that she did know that he could do no wrong, except when he put his hands on her. Those things are real. And as soon as that person's gone, they go, how can I live without them? It's pretty scary and sad. But now that we have all this stuff coming out, now everybody wants to believe. Now we believe. Now we're full on in the faith, in belief. All right. So yeah. Pretty interesting stuff, guys. Pretty interesting stuff. Hold on, guys. Nope, not that. Yeah, this is the other thing too. This, like I said, it's a slow tumble. Things are slowly tumbling down. But let me share with you guys this as well. This just recently happened. Okay. So his partnership with charter preparatory schools have now ended. They have separated themselves. These schools are now separating themselves from Diddy. See, now this is the thing. And I'm going to say this right now. I think it's very interesting the reaction that we're seeing right now and how quickly everyone is starting to distance themselves. Well, businesses and schools even are now starting to distance themselves from the situation. Remember, and I know some of y'all gonna be angry when I say this, and F it. But remember Russell Brand? Yeah, remember him? Some of y'all may not know who he is, but he political commentator slash stand-up comedian or reformed stand-up comedian. I don't know. Anyway, he's like a political pundit, but he's, and I know some of you guys, some people find him funny, and some people find him very smart and all that. But and I do enjoy the conversations that he has on his show. The people that he has on his show, it's very, very different. It's not in an echo chamber type thing. It's a mixed bag, but still, he kind of does pander to one side of the fence. And hey, teach their own, make your money. But moving on, he was alleged of doing some really, really bad things to many different women. All those allegations did come out. A lot of it with serious descriptions. And there's a lot of people, because people do love Russell Brand, like I'm seeing in the conversation, in the chat. People are like, yo, I love Russell Brand, but there's a lot of people that are on the denial train, denying the allegations that have been said about Russell Brand. Now, I'm not bringing him up to say, let's have this huge tug of war conversation. All I'm saying is, I just find it very interesting that we have documents and information that has come out about Diddy, and a lot of people are very much going like, string him up to dry. You know what I mean? Just crucify him, right? Russell Brand had the same thing, and a lot of his stuff was really bad too. And the reaction, a little bit different. Just something I found to be interesting. Okay. But those allegations, okay. Oh, Debbie, thank you. Appreciate you. See, she's like a sniper. Yes. Thank you. Okay. But it's just something I've noticed. That's all. It's just two different, completely different people. But the reaction has been both extremely emotional and visceral, but they've just been a bit different. That's all. Okay. And no, I'm not trying to turn it into a race thing or anything like that. So please don't go down that route. I'm not. All I'm saying is, you hear Russell Brand, people have been like, just getting angry. And then when you throw out the Diddy thing, everyone's like, oh yeah, he did that. Pfft. Interesting though, right? Just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Hey, I'm just asking the questions. Okay. We're supposed to have conversations here, right? We're supposed to have conversations, open conversations, and real conversations about things like that. And I just found it interesting. The temperature in the room definitely shifted when we heard about Russell. Things definitely shifted into a different tone when we went into Diddy. Now, I will say this though too. With Russell, I'm just to keep it even. With Russell, at least I didn't hear any rumors about no freak offs or anything of that crazy stuff. You see what I'm saying? I didn't hear anything crazy about Russell Brand, except the fact that he's an addict. He's a recovering addict, and all that. Never heard rumors about him for decades. Diddy, though, we heard these rumors for decades, and it all comes back in full circle 30 some odd, 13 some odd years later, or whatever, however long it is, with Cassie. That's when we finally find out some information is like, oh snap, he really did do those things. That's crazy. All right. Now, with Russell, I know somebody just said, Jennifer on Facebook just said, because Russell has done the work to change himself. But here's the thing, though. That's the problem. Did you hear what I said earlier? Maybe you just jumped on, Jennifer, but let me say this. Just because you found Christ, just because you become a vegan and say, no, all the cows are absolutely spiritual and I can hear them cry every time I dig a fork into a steak. Doesn't matter. Don't care if you found Christ yesterday and you committed that crime 5 minutes before you found Christ. That person who committed that crime onto you should pay the price. That's what I think. If it happened 30 years ago, you were too scared to speak out, and suddenly there's an avenue in which you can speak out. I think that if that person committed a crime, I don't care if you become Gandhi. There is justice for a reason. Justice exists for a reason. Now, if that's financial, that's financial. If it's criminally, then it's criminally. But at the same time, just because he worked on himself and became clean and sober and vegan, and now he's on this vegan power, just his aura is just vibrating a different type of essence. Doesn't matter. What he still did in the past is what he did in the past. Great that he worked on himself. Clearly Diddy has not, but great on him for working on himself. But still, at the end of the day, crime was still committed on someone that said no. So, again, whether this is, I believe the Cassie story. And I believe the information that we've heard about, I believe the allegations that were set against Russell Brand. I've already said that to y'all before. But when it comes back to this story, when it comes back to this conversation about Diddy, there have been stories about Diddy out here floating like crazy for a very, very long time. Okay? For a very, very long time. And now we're starting to hear all the truth. And again, now that we hear about him stepping down, to me, this does not satiate my appetite for justice, in my personal opinion. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and say he shouldn't be doing what he does. Hey, if he wants to stay there as chairman, then stay there as chairman. Let the people who you work with, the other brands that you're working with, other podcasters, the other whatevers that are involved with Revolt, you should give them the avenue or the choice. If they want to terminate their contracts or whatever at this time, you should honor it. Not with some crazy thing that's been hidden in the black and white. You should be like, hey, you want out? Hey, I'll let you go. We good. I'm not going to fight you for that. You want to go, by all means, go. Other people will stay. So he doesn't really have to do this whole temporary look, this look for optics, because I feel this is optics. I do. And then he'll just slide right back in when he pays everybody else off. And when they feel that the smoke has cleared on the Diddy, Cassie, SA charges, allegations story, as soon as that starts to go bye-bye, starts to dissipate, that's when he'll slide right back into the chairman's seat. So I think they should be like, hey, let the people who are represented here, backed by them, go. If they want to go, by all means, go. Okay? If they want to go, go. Black Goliath, thanks so much for the 5. Where are my 12 videos on Russell Brand? It's funny, you went back and you counted all the videos. That's cute. Well, first off, thanks. Second, I did do a bunch of them, but I will say this. I did do a bunch of videos on Russell Brand, actually. In fact, I did. And there, a lot of them were live, if my memory, if I can recall, in my memory correctly. But we did talk about the Russell Brand stuff for sure. And I definitely put in my 2 cents in there as well. And yeah, not everybody liked it. Not everybody liked what I had to say, but I said it anyway. So yeah, to answer your question, I did. I talked about him a lot. But then again, there was other stories that did pop up during that time as well. So it was a mix of some Russell Brand and then other things that were going on around that time as well. But I did cover it. Now, if there's been, I know that there has been other updates around the Russell Brand story case, but I was like, hey, I'm good on it. I've said my piece. The allegations are the allegations, and there's other people that have been talking about it like crazy. So yeah, go check it out. All right. The other thing though, too, the Russell Brand story or the Russell Brand case, there was a lot that was going on in that particular, not a whole lot actually. There were just allegations that were said. There were huge articles that we read out loud, and then that was it. And then it just went pew. We reacted to some videos where he's like, here's the thing, and then it was over, and then it just kind of dissipated. So yeah, I did cover it quite a bit. Oh, I most definitely covered it like crazy. But yes, I'm curious to see how many times Diddy call the name of God publicly. Oh my God, to appear worthy of saving. You know what, T? I'm quite curious about that too. I am very, 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 very interested to see what happens with that as well. Let's see. Oops. What was that? Yes, 901 Busy Mama. Thank you so much for becoming a member. And just like 901, you can hit that join button down below and become a member. Please and thank you. That would be dope as hell. Okay. If you want to support the channel, by all means, please go and check it out. Okay. But yeah, we talk about a lot of stuff on this. We talk about a lot of stuff on this channel. A lot. Everything from true crime to trending news, basically. Okay. And so yeah, I try to cover as much as I can. Right. Pascal's like Cuba Gooding story gone and returned back last week. Yeah. That's isn't that crazy? Cuba Gooding came out, like there were some issues back in the day, a couple years ago. It went away, and then all of a sudden, boom! Now he's back in the limelight again. He's back in the headlines again. All right, with more allegations because of this Adult Survivors Act that came out. Okay, so yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Mona, thank you. Yes, I did cover him quite a bit. Shoot, I even talked about Katy Perry and their breakup and how he texted her saying he broke up with her via text message on New Year's Eve, moments before she was supposed to go on stage. Russell Brand, baby. Okay. Russell Brand. Yes. So we talked about it. Trust. We did. Okay. We definitely did. But back to this. All right. It's pretty crazy. I don't like this personally. Okay. And I think the more and more we hear from other people, because I have a feeling, I'm hoping that more people, I want to hear from credible people, other people that work really, really closely to him. Not only just the bodyguards. I'm not sitting here saying that they are not credible. Okay. I'm not sitting here saying that they're not. But I would really like to see what they have to say. The people who worked on these records, other record execs. I mean, the ones that weren't committing crimes next to him. Let's just say that weren't involved in these freak offs. Other hip hop artists. And let me say this too. I know none of these hip hop artists, like the rumor about Ja Rule and him doing their own personal freak off. I know for a fact Ja Rule ain't going to be like, baby, on his Instagram be like, yeah, we did all that stuff. He ain't gonna say that stuff. He ain't gonna say nothing. It's destroying his brand. Imagine, oh yeah, we used to have fun together. We used to go shopping together. And Diddy paid for it all. No one wants to hear that. No one. Okay? No one. All right? Black Goliath, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. Oh, yeah, Clive Davis probably did it. Yeah. Isn't there Reed, L.A. Reed? Also, I didn't even see that until just a couple days ago. It keeps leaving my brain. But L.A. Reid is looking at some allegations. All these mother lovers are looking at some mother loving allegations right now, some lawsuits, some civil lawsuits at least. Okay? And I'm not sitting here saying all of them were doing stuff with Diddy, but they're all being accused of some very, very bad things. Yes. Ja Rule basically was doing something like Aaron Hall. And we already saw that clip where Aaron Hall was like, yeah, fuck me. I just do the work. You know what I mean? Talking about his manhood and how he gives it all to, he loves to give his love passionately, vigorously to women. And he has no problem showcasing his love in front of other men. He said it out loud. He said it out loud. You know for a fact that you got a problem. Like it's almost like an addiction when you say stuff like that out loud. Because he got so revved up and so excited and so grandiose, and this bravado came out. It was crazy. And he's like, yeah, I love showcasing my love. Even in front of all my homies. They see it all. Getting off on it almost. That's gross. Okay? That's gross. That's a problem. Okay? That's a very big problem. Okay? But that's somebody who is getting high too much off of their own supply. And then as he's sitting there talking, it's almost as if when you watch that whole interview, especially in that moment, it's like he just forgets cameras are on. He forgets that this is forever. And he just talks like he's untouchable. And which is not true because he was getting touched a lot. If you really think about it. Never mind. But very interesting though, right? All over some eggplant. I'm done. Shay, I'm done. Yeah. So yeah. He's like a straight merc. I'm like, wow. Why would you say that out loud on camera? Like, I get it for comedy sense. Like for comedy's sake, you're saying something to be funny, but you saying it like he's saying it with so much bravado, so much hubris. He's saying it with his chest. Like he's trying to impress the men in the room. That does say something, don't you think? Doesn't it say something? That kind of says something, right? Just a tiny bit. And hey, if that's your lifestyle, baby, it's all good. It's all good as long as it's legal and consensual. That part is important. Let's not forget that. Hamburger. Oh my God. And like I said, the hits just keep on coming for this dude. See, A Lady 747 said Red Pill has probably has gone to his head. Gone to these fools' heads. I will say this. I don't think this is beyond red pill. This is way beyond red pill. This is beyond that. I mean, yes, there's some, we dabble in a lot of stuff, right? And I am no way, shape, or form a manosphere guru, all right? Nor would I ever want to be. Okay. I like living my life and, live your life how you want to live yours. All right. Just don't get fooled. That's all I think. That's all I give a damn about. Okay. But as far as red pill stuff, this is way beyond that. Way, way, way beyond this. This is some megalomaniac. Like I said before, this egomaniac bravado that they just have in their head, and God knows what else they have in their system at that time too, that makes them think that they can just do anything they want, that the world is theirs, like Scarface. They're always on cocaine. That's what it seems like. That ain't red pill. That's just drugs. And being around a lot of people who say yes. And a lot of people who are saying no, but they don't know that they're saying no. They just think it means yes. And that's sad. Okay. That Justin Bieber clip was crazy to watch. I need to see that Justin Bieber clip. I don't know what you're talking about, but I need to take a look at that when I get a chance. Okay. But yeah, guys, this is some crazy stuff. Long story short, this is some crazy, crazy stuff. Now, is this the demise? I mean, I think this is the trickle before the tidal wave of things, but things are starting to happen where brands are trying to, or companies are trying to distance themselves from Diddy every hour of the day. And what sucks about it is that it's not like he built a brand and then there's him. He is the brand. The brand is him. He is the brand. It's going to be very hard for him to shake that part off. Because without Diddy, there is no Bad Boys. And without Bad Boys, there is no Diddy. Interesting if you think about it. So we'll see how everything goes from this point on. But it's starting. But they said temporary move. My ace. That's what I say. All right. That's what I truly say. Let me see this. I'm ending the poll. 264 votes. 56 of y'all think that they're trying to get him out gradually. 44% of y'all think it's just for optics. Wow. Almost 50-50, man. I was thinking it was going to be more of a landslide type of thing, but hey, you never know here. We're going to see how it goes. It's pretty crazy. It is pretty crazy. And the plot is only going to get thicker. I do think that there's going to be more people coming out and talking. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow, but it's coming soon. In fact, this is just a rumor. So I'm just telling you, I'm just saying that right now. Rumor. But there's a rumor that's out here saying that Kim Porter actually she actually did write a book. But I'm wondering, does anybody else have that book? Another thing I want to point out. Allegedly, Cassie had a conversation with, this is all rumor, but Cassie had a conversation with Kim Porter. And apparently, Kim gave her some pointers about being with this man. And that could have been the thing that inspired her to actually write the book, the alleged book that she was going to put out about Diddy and her relationship with Diddy, which of course got her the almost 9 figures, allegedly. 9 million, over $100 million settlement. So I'm wondering if there really is a Kim Porter book out there. Where's the book? Where's the book? And Cassie, allegedly, she wrote a book. I wonder if that will ever get leaked. I wonder if it's ever going to leak. Brazil Barbie, thank you so much for the comment. Kim Porter did write a book, and it hasn't been published. It was all in her laptop that Diddy's goons stole out of her home. Interesting. Now, if that's true, somebody has a copy of Kim Porter's book. Somebody most definitely does. Yes, the lawsuit was a book, but I will tell you this though. Let me keep it real with you. Let me keep it 100 with you. I guarantee you, if that lawsuit could have been 130 page. That document could have been 130 pages long. So if it was a book, I need like 100 more pages with a lot more descriptions and a lot more bombshell information. But I'm very interested to see what happens here because there's more coming out. Trust me, there's more. There's more coming out. Don't you worry about that. Don't you fret about that. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. But real quick, guys, just wanted to give you guys a reminder. I am doing a holiday show. We are about to get into production this coming week or this weekend. We're actually going to start doing some production on the skits and the pieces that we're doing for the actual holiday special. Please go check it out. The link is in the description box down below, and it's pinned to the top of the chat. Again, $1, $1, $5, $10, $100, whatever you feel fit in contributing, it would go very, very far. It would mean the world to us. We're putting in a lot of stuff, and just ordered a bunch of stuff for this holiday show, which I'm really, really looking forward to it. And yeah, could really use the help. So please go check out my GoFundMe. It is pinned to the top of the chat. If you feel like it, that would really mean really mean a lot. Okay. But yes, hold on. Racky said, breaking news, lost partnership with a school named Capital. Yes, we just talked about that. Yeah, that happened within like an hour. And yeah, that's crazy, right? All that went down. And again, this is the craziness that we're dealing with. And of course, more is coming. The empire that is Diddy is slowly starting to fall down. But you never know. Something could happen where he gets redemption. But we got to wait and see what those things are for sure. Anyway, guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. Seriously, it really does. Okay? Because without y'all, I'd be talking to a wall. Real talk. I'd be talking to a mother-loving wall. Okay? So I appreciate your support. I appreciate the love. Please do me a favor, though. Hit that like button down below. Crush it. Do what you need to do. If you're watching on Facebook, crush that reaction button down below. Show some love. That'd be greatly appreciated. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, please be sure to crush that follow button over there as well. All right, your boy's working hard out here in these streets. And yeah, for those of y'all who have been wondering, we are going to be doing a holiday special. It is on and popping. It is actually going to happen. Okay. We are going to be doing it, and it's all because of you guys. Like I said, even though we didn't meet the goal, the goal that I wanted to get to, I'm still going to piece something together. Okay? We still going to be doing something really, really nice. All right? So please go over there if you can, contribute. That would be awesome. You know what? It's funny that you say that, Kat and Debbie. We've been in talks. That's all I can say. but it's been very difficult. That's all I will say. It has not been an easy experience, but I am trying to get Gene on for real. I really am. So if you guys know him, please let him know that, we are trying to get him on the show to get that exclusive. Okay. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, guys, it is time to get going. I appreciate all y'all. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know the drill. Okay. Support the channel in any way you can. That would really mean a lot. Become a member of the show. Okay. A Pascal Show family member. Hit that join button. All right. Gene Deal. Nicole B. Gene Deal. But anyway, guys, it is time to get going. I'll see you guys soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next show. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.